Hi guys, welcome back, and we're continuing our quest in ninth chords. And as you can see, last time we did the major ninth, okay? And now we're going to look at the minor ninth. So again, we've got our 2 octaves up here so that we've got the numbers stretching all the way across to 14, okay? And that allows us to find the 9, which is essentially the 2. But because we've got the 7th in the chord, it means we need to stretch it across to the 9, call it a 9 rather than a 2, okay? So let's go through this. Now with the minor 9, so I'm just going to come across here and we're just going to draw a little line here and grab the minor 9. So that's the official, way to say it, but, you'd probably write it something along these lines. So M9 is probably how you'd see it. Written down on a chord chart, really simple, something M9, minor 9 chord, okay? So, let's go through this, shall we? The first thing we need to do is get the formula right, okay? So the formula is quite simply the root, the flat third, the 5th, the flat 7, and then the 9. So if we break down the chord and we look at the first part of it here, this 1, flat 3 and 5, that's clearly the minor element of it because we've got root, flat third, 5, that's your minor triad, okay? Then when we take the flat 7, that's what makes it the minor 7th, okay? So that's integral to a minor 9th chord that you have the 7th in it already, okay? And probably one of the reasons why you call it, in relation to 9 rather than maybe 2, because we all know that's exactly the same note. But for me, the 9 just reminds me that I must have the previous 7 in it, okay? So that's the flat 7, and then the 9 really brings in this 9th element, of course, and it is a melody note on top of basically a minor 7th chord. And that's exactly how you should try and play it, okay? So let's just look at that, what that is in relation to C. So when we write it kind of shorthand and we write C, M9, so C minor 9, we're going to have our root, which is the C. We're going to have our flat third, which is the E flat. Then we're going to have the 5, which is the G, okay? Then we're going to come to the 7 and flatten it to get the B flat. And then the 9 is the D. So what you need to do, guys, is put that onto the guitar. Okay, so take those 5 notes, so C, E flat, G, B flat, and D, and really challenge yourself. Can you find that on the guitar? Now, if you've already know a C minor 7th chord, then find a C minor 7th chord and add a D, okay? And try and get the D on the highest note, so on the E string or maybe the B string, because you really want to hear that melody note right at the top of the chord if possible, okay? You can, there's absolutely nothing theoretically stopping you from jumbling these up all over the place. So you can have the D, on the lower strings and the C on the higher string and whatever. But in terms of actually really getting the essence of this chord, I'd try and get that D at the top of it, okay? So we've now got major 9th and minor 9th. Okay, and we can see that we're basically just building upon theory that we've already got now. So we're building upon those 7th chord theories. And to go along with that, the last chord that we need to do is dominant 9 chord, which we'll do in the next lesson.